centuries, his name has been whispered with misunderstanding, his philosophy reduced to mere indulgence. But was Epicurus truly a champion of excess? Or have his words been lost in time, buried under the weight of misinterpretation? To find the truth, we must go back to a time when philosophy was not just thought, but a way of life. In the heart of Athens, his ideas stood against the towering philosophies of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. His teachings were not carved into grand temples, nor shouted in the public square, but spoken in the quiet of a garden. Yet, despite centuries of distortion, his true message remains, hidden, waiting to be uncovered. Many believe Epicurus taught a life of indulgence, a philosophy of endless pleasure and luxury. They picture extravagant banquets, overflowing wine, and lavish excess. But this is not his philosophy. This is the distortion. The truth lies here, in a small, quiet garden, far from the chaos of the city. Epicurus did not seek wealth or extravagance. He sought peace, self-sufficiency, and friendship. For Epicurus, happiness was not in indulgence, but in simplicity. He taught that the greatest pleasures were not of the body, but of the mind. True contentment, he argued, comes not from excess, but from freedom, from fear, from pain, from unnecessary desires. So what then is happiness? Epicurus answered with three simple things: friendship, knowledge, and a life free from fear. Wealth fades, power corrupts, but true happiness is found in the things that cost nothing at all. And so his garden flourished, but his ideas, they were twisted, redefined, turned into something they were not. The word Epicurean became a symbol of indulgence, when in truth it stood for balance, wisdom, and simplicity. Even today, in our world of distractions, Epicurus's wisdom calls out to us, reminding us that happiness is not something to chase, but something to live. Epicurus was not a man of excess. He was a man of peace, a man who understood that in the silence of a garden, in the warmth of friendship, in the clarity of thought, there lies the true meaning of life. Perhaps it is time we listen again and rediscover the wisdom of the misunderstood philosopher.
My friends, let us begin with a simple yet profound question. What is happiness? Is it wealth, power, or luxury? Many believe so, yet they find themselves restless, never satisfied. Happiness is not found in gold nor in lavish feasts. It is in tranquility, in the absence of unnecessary desires. True pleasure comes not from indulgence, but from a life of simplicity, free from fear and pain. There are two kinds of desires: natural and necessary, and unnatural and unnecessary. Food, shelter, and friendship, these are necessary. But power, excessive wealth, and endless fame, they are unnatural, leading to suffering, not joy. Ask yourself, does one need a feast to be satisfied? Number A, simple meal taken in peace brings greater pleasure than the grandest banquet consumed in worry. Many live in fear of the gods, believing them to be vengeful, controlling fate. But I tell you, the gods do not concern themselves with human affairs. They are beyond our world, existing in perfect bliss, untouched by mortal worries. So why fear punishment from beings who dwell in eternal peace? Instead of fearing the gods, we should admire them as examples of serenity, striving to live as they do, in harmony, without turmoil. The greatest fear of all is death. People tremble at the thought of the unknown. But let me ask you, why fear what you will never experience? While we live, death is nothing to us, and when we die, we are no longer aware. It is irrational to fear what will never touch us. Instead of wasting our days fearing the inevitable, should we not focus on living fully in peace and pleasure? Wealth fades, power crumbles, but true friendship remains. A life without friends is empty, no matter how rich one may be. The highest pleasure is found in companionship, in laughter, in shared wisdom. Look around you, learning together, free from fear, free from greed. This is happiness, not in isolation, but in unity. Philosophy is not just for scholars or rulers, it is for all who seek happiness. It teaches us to live wisely, to avoid unnecessary pain, and to find joy in the simple things. The true philosopher does not complicate life, he simplifies it. Choose a life of reason, not excess. Choose peace, not endless ambition. And above all, choose happiness, not fleeting pleasure, but lasting contentment. Remember this, my friends. Happiness is not found in wealth or in fear of the gods. It is found in simple pleasures, in wisdom, and in friendship. Seek not the fleeting joys of the world, but the enduring peace of the mind. Live well, and you shall die content, knowing you have lived a life worth living. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for.